I've found that the Linocut printmaking seems to lend itself to showing these rocky and mountainous places. The carved out edges and cut shapes and marks that you make in the Linocut, the character of the land and features that I see. Through being in the landscape and through being with my climber family and friends, I'm aware of the significance of many of the features that we see in the landscape, the rocks and other features. To navigate through the landscape, the contour of a hill or the ridge of a mountain, the direction of a valley, or crevices and ledges on a rock face that a climber will use to make his way up the rock safely and to the top. I replicate the rock shapes and the landscape with this in mind. I find it fascinating to represent the topography through the line and cut marks of Linocut printmaking.
I suppose most of my work is based around North Lincolnshire because that's where I was brought up, really. I was born in a village called Hawkstow, which is a couple of miles probably from the Humber. That was my world when I was a boy. Everything around that area is very familiar, and also I suppose, I moved away from there when I was about 21, so I would only visit there really, and when I left there I suppose I didn't really want anything more to do with it, but as you get a bit older you kind of are drawn back really. You become quite fond of those places. So when I started to do my work, I suppose I instinctively thought and used those areas, in my pictures. And why do I work in lino? I suppose that suits my. I studied graphic design, so I suppose I'm that kind of personality that likes things to be a bit precise. So I suppose lino printing, is my kind of shtick, really.
I'm a self-taught printmaker living in the East Midlands. Before I started printmaking, the focus of my working life has been in textiles and clothing, working as a garment technician and production manager for menswear brands. I studied fashion and knitwear design at BA and MA level, which not only appealed to my love of design, but also of being precise and technical. The main focus of my practice is creating reduction Linocut prints. I'm excited by the absolute decision making that this process requires. Many of my images are printed from dark to light, as I am intrigued as to how the colours perform quite differently and give some unexpected and surprising results. My work features the countryside and coastal scenes, plants, animals and still life. I love nature, the smells, colours and the contrast of light throughout the seasons, which I try to portray in my work.